Hello everybody, it's Max with Crypto Talk now. In today's Stellar update, we're going to discuss quite a few things in regards to getting that mass adoption here soon when it comes to this utility run. I'm going to give you an outline on how we achieve some of these particular things, and if anything, I want to definitely explain about three different use cases when it comes to Stellar. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. And into this particular outline, you're going to hear, for instance, about the specifics, how we wrapped up 2022 by reporting the year-end metrics. On top of that, we also happen to have some detailed information in regards to MoneyGram, or the introduction, I should say, to MoneyGram. You probably heard of it, but what is it about and what does it entail? And then last but not least, Vibrant. They happen to be a perfect use case study when it came to being built on just that, on Stellar. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up right now for you guys. And if anything, I'm going to full screen this because I want the emphasis to be on this. And check this out. This is really something else. This was originally reported on, believe it or not, mainstream news, straight from USA Today. It states, the Stellar Development Foundation team has published, just like I mentioned, the results of the year in the life of the protocol report. It basically lists the key achievements in regards to the growth of XLM, the network in size and quality, expansion of partnerships, so on and so forth, right? Especially that whole thing with MoneyGram. Now it states, SDF CEO and Executive Director, who happens to be Denelle Dixon, she wrapped up that 2022 year-end date by reporting on just that, the year-end metrics, milestone achievements, and more. Now, when I got further into it, I saw these key points, and basically the Stellar Network went ahead and saw a 176% increase in the number of payments processed, with a final figure of 345.9 million. The number of XLM accounts was also reported to have grown by 17%, reaching 7.37 million. Now, basically, overall, 3.6 billion operations have been processed through the Stellar protocol to date, and that's basically up 92% year over year. Now, I also want to point this out. You hear about, for instance, MoneyGram. You hear, for instance, in regards to like what we covered before with the new aid initiative and so on. But it's that connection with USDC, and why did they specifically pick USDC compared to, like, for instance, other stable coins? Because I think, if anything, USDC is going to be that official stable coin that really is just that, the perfect 1-1 ratio. There's a lot more trust in it compared to USDT, and of course we're not going to get into all the details of the flood out there when it comes to USDT and so on, aka Tether. But look at this. It allows those in distress to receive USDC quickly and then cash it out in regards to that Stellar, new aid initiative like we reported in the last video. Why is that so significant? How easy is it to basically do these types of things? And when we get further into 2023, how is it going to make Stellar really stand out? Well, glad that you guys are here with us watching this particular video, because we're definitely going to get into some of these particular things. And so without further ado, I'm going to actually come back into the frame for just a brief moment. And what I want to outline is just this. Coach JV of the 3T Warriors Academy, he's always doing that thing, for instance, where he says, while you're looking this way, there's a narrative going on over here, and then the other way, he lives shift on the focus of what we should be basically looking into. Certain narratives, right? Well, this is one that basically flew under the radar. And I took more of a deep dive into it, and I said to myself, wow, how true is some of his particular statements? It is true. You saw, for instance, well, not everybody, but Denell Dixon addressed, for instance, the U.S. Senate committee in regards to being invited with the topic of crypto regulation. We're going to kick it right into this particular video clip in which she is giving her testimony in front of just them in regards to some of these use cases for Stellar and crypto in general. So let's go ahead and get right into that.
Today, rather than talking about the things that we read about in the press with respect to trading or speculation, I'd like to highlight a payment service that was built on Stellar, launched in the dead of the crypto winter this summer. In June, MoneyGram, Circle, and a growing number of digital wallets launched a first-of-its-kind global service that enables anyone to convert cash to digital assets without a bank account, without a credit card. This service utilizes the Stellar blockchain and Circle's USDC coin, it's a stable coin, to allow cash funding and payout in different currencies all around the world. The Stellar network provides the digital rails to make payments fast and secure. USDC provides a truly stable digital asset, and while MoneyGram provides a global network of cash-in and cash-out locations. This is true interoperability with the existing financial system. In practical terms, what this means is that an immigrant farm worker in Michigan or Kansas or California or anywhere in the world can send her hard-earned cash to her family and to her home country without experiencing outsized fees or uncertain wait times. She can walk into a local MoneyGram location, typically a supermarket or a pharmacy, with $100 in cash, and in minutes, from start to finish, she can convert that $100 into virtual dollars in USDC. And that's deposited directly into her digital wallet. On the other side of the transaction, her parents could visit their local MoneyGram location and cash out of their own USDC from their digital wallet that she sent to them into their local fiat currency when they need that. This is available right now and is being used right now. This novel service gives neglected, unbanked, underbanked, and cash-reliant populations a pathway to enter the digital economy.
All right, welcome back. So with that said, I mean, think about what she mentioned specifically when it came to USDC, MoneyGram, and so on. By the way, that's a great segue to present what I have for you right now. Maybe some of you guys have seen it, maybe haven't, but if anything, it's nice to have a visual representation of what MoneyGram basically solves. This, in a nutshell, was a great video put together by Stellar/MoneyGram that explains just that, MoneyGram. It's about roughly a minute or so, and then we'll come right back.
Introducing MoneyGram Access, a global network of cash to crypto on and off ramps, activated by MoneyGram and built on Stellar. With one integration, your wallet or fintech application can connect to MoneyGram Access, giving your users and the unbanked an entry point into new financial services with the power to deposit or withdraw cash from their digital wallets using USDC, a fully reserved dollar digital currency. Here's how it works. When you integrate with MoneyGram Access, your users can walk into one of hundreds of thousands of participating MoneyGram locations across the globe and turn their physical cash into crypto, or their crypto into cash in hand, all within your existing app, no bank account or credit card required. Users just enter the amount of crypto or cash they want to deposit or collect, fill in basic information, and then visit a participating MoneyGram location. From users without bank accounts aiming to safeguard their cash, to those looking for an entry point into crypto, your application can offer users a spectrum of financial services. Just integrate one API to access a network of new markets, new users, and the global cash economy. Visit stellar.org/MoneyGram to learn more.
So now that you have an idea about what MoneyGram is all about and what they do, let's take a moment to actually have some use cases put into motion when it comes to a specific company that basically is Vibrant, who built themselves on just that, on Stellar. But before we get into that, I actually want to show you this real quick. and that is straight from a person we cover here quite a bit. I'm going to full screen this again. And that basically is Black Swan Capitalist, aka Versan Alarja. He is featured, of course, with the 3T Warriors Academy quite often. He does interviews with Crypto Lulu from his coverage of XRP and so on. But I like the statement that he mentioned. This is a good segue to the next segment we're going to provide you here at Crypto Talk Now. And it states, my second largest holding is XLM. Yeah, his second largest holding is XLM. Why would that be? Because if anything, it's kind of like the peanut butter and jam, if you will. You know what I mean? If you're going to be in XRP, why wouldn't you be into XLM? So it states that is the second largest holding. The Stellar blockchain can handle anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 transactions per second, and that makes it a formidable competitor to centralized payment systems today, such as Visa and MasterCard. Now, for people who are basically stating, well, Max, is that a fair comparison? Because Visa, for one, has, for instance, I think it's like 20,000 transactions per second or more. That's a lot faster than the likes of XLM. If XLM is doing even as high as 5,000, yeah, granted. But is Visa able to solve some of these real world use case scenarios? Well, I'm going to go ahead and come back into the frame for just a moment, but that's exactly what we're going to show you. We're going to give you example and show you how that there's this company called Vibrant, and they do just that. They have implemented these solid use case scenarios, if you will, when it comes to the country of Argentina and so on. We're going to show it to you right now, and if anything, we'll be right back, and then we'll show you after that their particular site and even their app. How cool is that? All right, we'll be right back.
Stellar has this wide array of assets, low fees, and the easy tooling that's necessary to build an app like Vibrant. Vibrant is a dollar stablecoin wallet based in Brooklyn, New York, that helps people in Argentina protect themselves from inflation. Brooklyn has an incredible crypto and fintech community of talent and resources as we're building out this crypto wallet on top of the Stellar blockchain. By building on Stellar as an extension of SDF, Vibrant has been able to implement innovative features, pioneer account recovery, and overall make it easier than ever to integrate with the network. The country of Argentina faces a significant amount of inflation with their local currency, the peso. And our goal is just to help people escape that inflation and protect themselves from devaluation by giving them access to a stablecoin called USDC.
Inflation has impacted Argentines for generations, including my family, transforming Argentina into a dollarized country. Last year, in 2020, the inflation in Argentina closed at 36%, and this year, year 2021, it's projected to increase to 48%. This means that the peso can lose its value in a matter of days. This is in part why Argentines use currency exchange, and more specifically, they buy US dollars as a savings instrument.
Antes yo ahorraba, pero no llegaba a ningún lado. Era como que no, la plata, acá con el tema de la devaluación, no te sirve ahorrar de la inflación y viste que acá guardar pesos te lo consume de minuto a minuto esto, y el tema de la inflación no podés hacer nada.
Due to restrictions in Argentina on the purchase of US dollars, Argentines have resorted to buying physical dollars on the street or on the black market and keeping them at home in what's called under the mattress, which is typically a drawer or what you feel is a secure location in your home, but in reality, this poses a great risk.
As an app, Vibrant allows you to load value in the form of a Argentine peso stablecoin called ARST, issued by our on and off ramp partner in Argentina called Settle. Users then are able to swap that ARST on Stellar's decentralized exchange for USDC and protect themselves from inflation. Stellar's ecosystem standards provide these standardized ways for wallets and for on and off ramps to integrate, as well as perform compliance. We had access to asset issuers like Settle and its ARST token, which allows us to spin up an on and off ramp in Argentina right away. At Vibrant, we've seen some exciting growth. We've seen a 10x improvement in conversion rates and a 60% month-over-month growth in average balances.
Cuando empecé a manejar mis gastos, un amigo me la recomendó y la verdad que en Vibrant me siento protegido de la evaluación y a salvo de todo lo que es la inflación. Lo que más me gusta de Vibrant es la capacidad de comprar una moneda equivalente al dólar llamada USDC y dejándola ahí todo el tiempo que quiera y sin preocuparme por la inflación en ningún momento. Siempre quise tener un podcast sobre tecnología y gracias a Vibrant empiezo a plasmar ese sueño en la vida real.
Being able to buy digital assets on a decentralized blockchain is very appealing. It is a growing trend as safeguard of value, not only in Argentina, but also in Latin America.
As we grow, we plan to add in other financial services that are available on the Stellar network, creating more financial inclusion through easier access to this new digital economy.
All right, welcome back. That was really, really impressive to say the least. I was blown away, for one, with the cinematography. I really like the scenery personally. And on top of that, you're having a perfect example of, just that adoption being put into use by the use of utility, right? That's what crypto should be all about, is having real solid, real world use case and have it be implemented. This is a project, or I should say, for instance, a company that's literally built on Stellar and they're put into full use. When we talk about the likes of crypto adoption, well, there's one thing about talking about it, and there's another thing about actually seeing the real world use cases from various different projects, or in this case, companies, and they're actually, you're seeing it right before your eyes of how they're putting that into use. Now, with that said, you did hear how that was put into use. You did hear it was from Vibrant. Well, what is Vibrant? Well, I'm going to go ahead and take you right to the Vibrant site. And I'm going to go ahead and full screen this again. And what I want to point out is this right here. Just real quick before we kick it more into the app and so on. So in regards to Vibrant, here's a little bit about them. You did hear about the background in that particular video. But look at this. It says Vibrant is a wallet app developed on Stellar by a team at Sunship Inc., a subsidiary of Stellar Development Foundation. By employing Stellar, Vibrant makes it possible for what Argentinians to experience who are experiencing inflation to purchase and hold USDC quickly, cheaply, and easily. Like you saw in that basic video clip, that they don't even have to have a real bank account or anything like that, right? This is the difference of, for instance, somebody saying, well, Max, Visa and MasterCard is just so much faster. There's so much more to it than just having speed. You got to be able to have the ease of access, less fees. All these things are factors, right? That's what develops some of these real world use cases when people talk about blockchain technology and how we get that adoption. Now, in the specifics, they did mention Argentina and so on. So Argentina, like it shows right here, is one of the Latin American countries hit hardest by ever increasing inflation, like pointed out in that video. With an average annual inflation rate of 24% over the past 20 years in Argentina, the depreciation of just that, the peso, ranks as the most relevant issue for Argentinians, hence why they want to use, or I should say, convert to US dollars, right? From the Argentinian peso to the US dollar. And if anything, you have to have a good stablecoin. And USDC, let's face it, is probably a lot more trusted when it comes to a stablecoin than Tether, right? I think we all can all agree on that by this point. Now, for all those people who are basically saying, well, Max, I heard that, the US dollar is going to collapse and so on. Well, How about this? You know how we talk about Ripple's XRP being backed by gold? Well, Stellar Lumen's backed by what? Silver. Gotta have something backed, and you have to have something that is actually stable. So in the future, you're hearing this whole talk, well, currently speaking, that Stellar is basically going to be a stable coin in itself, right? Not a one stable coin, but it has a stable store of value. Okay, I'm sure you guys heard that on other shows, other content creators talk about, and so on. There's a reason why they mention that, and there's a reason why they specifically mention Stellar. Now, let's get into this right here. Okay, this is straight from the App Store, or I should say, for instance, from the Apple App Store, right? And it says, for instance, Vibrant, a Stellar wallet. Remember how Danelle Dixon was talking about last summer, all these wallets, basically digital wallets, started emerging? Again, more of that adoption, right? So many people go to the App Store. So many people go to the the Google Play Store. Now, like it says this app is available only on the App Store for iPhone. That's okay. A lot of people, of course, use the iPhone, right? Use just specifically the App Store. And by the way, this has good ratings, right? So 4.7 out of, I think, 5 total. Here's some screenshots, for instance. MoneyGram, it says cash to crypto with Vibrant and MoneyGram, I should say. Cash Network Constellation. You can see some pictures of how this looks. Access, cash pickup and drop off with 0 fees at 1,000 of participating locations. Send and receive funds abroad. You kind of get the gist, right? Buy, sell, receive, and swap USDC and XLM all in one place. You're going to get more of that adoption and more of this utility. When I talk about the utility runs, this is some of the examples I basically want to mention. Some of the key highlights. Vibrant makes it easy to turn cash into crypto and crypto into cash for no fees. With Vibrant, you can now cash in and out of the crypto economy in the United States and Argentina instantly on your phone or at thousands of locations. Vibrant is building a rich library of tools to help empower your crypto. Today you can book travel, buy gift cards, earn rewards, and much more. It gives you more information, for instance, about the stable coins, USDC, some of the other functionality, and so on. Really, really impressive. So with all this, I'm going to, of course, wrap up today's Stellar Lumen's XLM video. But what I'm trying to get across to everybody is this. You're going to see, for instance, more and more examples of some of these particular, case studies and so on. For instance, we did this particular example for the likes of Argentina, and you have the guy who lives in Brooklyn, New York, and he does, conducts business to and from, right? Maybe you got family in there, whatever the case be, he's got connections to just that. I think going forward, you're going to see, for instance, other countries, right? So you're going to see, for instance, Nigeria. You're going to see, for instance, some of these other countries and so on. But the point is, they're built on Stellar consistently. Why is that? So without further ado, thanks for watching. Excuse me, sometimes I get ahead of myself. Thanks for watching today's video in regards to Stellar. If you appreciate the comment. My goodness, the content. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you enjoy live show, check us out every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for Crypto Talk Now. All have a blessed day. We'll see you on the next one.